campaigns your poet laureate in San Mateo County, so look for information in your libraries this coming August. I will hold the event at Woodside, and it's my last campaign as your poet laureate because in 2017 you will have your second San Mateo County poet laureate. We will be taking applications starting in a few days on June 15th through July 31st. So please tell everyone that we want to keep growing this program. We'll be looking for the next county poet laureate, and everyone over age 18 who lives in San Mateo County is encouraged to apply. Okay, there are a lot of amazing poems to hear today, and I want to just encourage you to just really relax. Don't feel all, I know we're all facing forward, but if you need to get up and move around or get a cupcake or water or whatever, feel free. Just be comfortable and be yourselves. I wanted to start with, I also wanted to thank Kathleen Beasley, who is here. She's a big supporter of poetry at the Belmont Library. So let's give her a big round of applause. We're having a teen poetry contest, or just a poetry contest, right? It's supposed to Belmont. And also, Supervisor Slocum has been at every single poetry event that's been organized. So I want to give another round of applause to him because it means so much to me. And is another librarian who's been very supportive. Also, just to let you know, there will be a professional photographer taking photographs as the poets come up here and read, but just pretend that she's not there because they don't want you to be nervous, and the young people can get nervous. And I'll be here to help you. If you want to stand up on the stool, if you're kind of short, that's totally fine. Just let me know. Okay. Okay. I'm sure I've forgotten people, so forgive me, but this is a favorite quote of mine. Oh, one last thing. What we do is the poets know that maybe the audience doesn't know is that I will introduce the first poet, and then she will introduce the next poet, and the next poet. So everyone who's reading should have the bio of the next person, and we'll just go through like that and enjoy. Okay? So this is a quote by Adrienne Rich, a wonderful poet who lived in Santa Cruz. And Adrienne Rich said, "We may feel bitterly how little our poems can do in the face of seemingly out-of-control technical power and seemingly limitless corporate greed. Yet it has always been true that poetry can break isolation, show us to ourselves when we are outlawed or made invisible, remind us of beauty where no beauty seems possible, and remind us of kinship where all is represented as separation." This is a beautiful quote about the power of the poem. Okay, so Erin Perry is the first poet reading today, and Erin has helped me as an intern to get the word out about the campaign and also stay organized in the emails and just let people know what's going on with poetry is in the Poet Laureate program. And Erin studies English and theater at Skyline College. She hopes to pursue both of these passions in her life, and she lives in Pacifica. And I think that to kind of keep things rolling along, if you can look at the program and see when you're up next and kind of come up here and sit with me and be more towards the front, that would be really helpful. Okay? All right, Erin, you're up. Thanks. Enjoy.
This is my poem. It's called "It Takes the City." San Francisco raised me. The palms of the mission held my hand as I crossed the street. Blinking lights outside my Bernal-faced window taught me how to dream. Voices of Petro Hill showed me how to speak up in a city that easily swallows your prayers. I was raised by a family of misfits, aunts and uncles who didn't share a single drop of blood with me. Warm October nights were filled with laughter and smoky advice. I learned to ride a bike with a dozen hands holding the handlebars, each of them guiding me towards the freedom of the bay. I can feel the vibrations of the city in the beatings of my heart. Tribal calls of all who came before, lonely poets in dim bars, longshoremen beaten by the wind, Noe Valley mothers with high ceilings and even higher heels. Pierside vendors with stories to sell to foreign ears, children chasing goals out of parking lots and into the sea. First comes fate, then comes the end. ashes to roses in Golden Gate Park. 100 homes to call my own, a family portrait too big for a frame, 1,000 moments free and mine to keep. What does it feel like to know the world has your back? To know that if you fall, when you fall, their arms will keep you from hitting the ground.
Beautiful.
I'll introduce the next reader. Ann Hicks Sibrel is an artist and writer who lives and works in Hillsborough, California. She is a writer and illustrator of books for young readers. Her other books and limited editions focus on communication and early civilizations before written language. Inspired by Sumerian clay tablets, she records picture diaries in cement. To these, she adds poems that become books titled Concrete Journals. Her poetry comes in sudden, welcome verse. Very much.
languages into poetry. And my poem is named Las Familias de San Mateo. Existe una gran belleza en esta pequeña ciudad de la Bahía, compuesta por familias diversas que han contribuido a su grandeza. Si vamos un día al centro, si vamos un día al parque, siempre veremos sonrisas y familias que comparten unidas y orgullosas de su ciudad querida. Los niños se columpian alegremente en el parque y los padres se hacen amigos de otros padres. Y es que en San Mateo no existe nadie extraño. Todos son familia, Todos se cuidan mutuamente. San Mateo es conocida por el calor de su gente. Sea un paseo en bicicleta por la costa, sea un picnic bajo un frondoso árbol, sea un viaje a la heladería o al centro comercial, las familias de San Mateo disfrutan alegres y unidas, porque la relación entre San Mateo y sus familias es muy especial. Now I have the honor to introduce Arnold Miller. Arnold Miller is a retired IT manager from the U.S. Postal Service. He resides in San Carlos, where he enjoys traveling with his lady love. They just completed a major road trip visiting 5 national parks: Yosemite, Death Valley, Grand Canyon, Arches, and Yellowstone.
Many Jewish families allow me to refer to the grandmother of the family as Bubby, and I have Bubby. And she's never been to Russia, who came to the United States, and as a child, she had a hearing problem. So the boy had a heavy hearing aid as she carried, and she buried it in her bosom. So when you talk to her, she would reach inside and try to bond. So she never heard English, never mastered English. And so her English was so-so, my Yiddish was atrocious. So Bubby did communicate, but she was an avid knitter. And I used to sit and watch her. And this poem is about her hands. Bubby's hands. She used to knit voraciously, sweaters, stockings, hats. Fast, accurate, knit one, girl two, and always the hands, the wondrous hands, creating clothes for the many. I used to watch those Russian immigrant hands in action for the family many years ago. Sitting on the covered porch, the sunlight reflected off her glasses, a faint smile upon her lips, serenity in her moment. Today the hands are nervous, slower, yet still precise. Arthritic knobs and bumps have taken up residence. The serenity is there, and the smile, even the sun's reflection, all still present. Ear problems as a child meant the hearing aid for life. English never heard, English never mastered, conversation mostly Yiddish. I tell her I love her, we smile, hold hands, the beauty of her hands, everlasting.
So it's called Growing Up, Up and Away. The indigo bordered #1 candle centered on a bright white frosted cake. Happy first birthday, Kyle, in bright yellow painting, sitting on a wheelchair up in the grass. I slipped back into reality, looking through the window. My brother plays kickball with 9 friends. There isn't a number candle this year, just 8 orange regular candles. My mother sighed as she scrambles to the cabinet. I imagined his 16th birthday, thinking about how old he's getting. From the window I see him stand up in front of his friends, blowing out the sparkling candle with the cake. Driving away into the street until I couldn't see him anymore. She's a graduating student from Central Middle School in San Carlos. She loves English, writing, dancing, band, and everything related to Disney. From Disneyland to Disney movies, she also has a twin brother who's not here because sadly he's too shy.
learned how to write before she learned how to read. Lauren is proud to be here.
Hello, everybody. My great-grandfather passed away last year, and this poem is about the last moments I had with him before he passed away. It's called Lasting Words. A simple goodbye, thinking it was not the last. Will great-gramps be here when I come back? A kiss on the cheek brings light to the moon in his eyes, where I can see the world before, the hard times he came from, where I can see he is just like me. From the shine in our smile to the spark in our eyes, they left him for good as his fragile light shatters like glass. A kiss leaves lasting words of I love you painted on his skin. The next poet is Norm D. Ng. He lives in San Carlos and draws in his spare time. He was born in San Francisco, California, and is a future ninth grade student at Carl Hunt High School.
This poem is about the time when me and my parents went to Singapore and Asia, and we rode this Ferris wheel. I forgot what it was called, but it was my first time riding one. This poem is called Only on the Ferris Wheel. One side, the sun dancing on the sea. Other side, a roaring city. High up in the sky, not on a building. Tiny clouds sat in the sky like cotton balls. Both parents by my side, enjoying the ride. And there's little me, all in awe. Sky inches closer and closer to me, only on the Ferris wheel. The next poet is Svetlana. She likes to pet her cat, climb and read. She also loves camping and is a complete sucker for toasty fire and a sleeping bag. The love of the outdoors inspired this poem, and she looks forward to finding more adventures to spark her creativity.
Hi. My poem is called Family is a Fire, and it's about me comparing family to a campfire. So, a spark of light, then it stops. Ashes flicker through the air like fireflies. Logs no longer brown burnt to a crisp. Smooth stones surround the flames. Brighter than red rockets glare, fire burns. As flames grow, they pink in color. Hearts fly from laughing fire. I recognize this glamorous feeling, love. Fiery colors forever grow, love will never run out. Stones surround the bundle of fuel, their friendly gazes welcome all. Soon the fire extends, stones must open their circle. They shift and shuffle, including their family. This fiery pit shall never run out. Love for relatives shall eternally burn. Family is a fire. So the next person is Jason Grodum, and Jason Grodum lives in San Carlos. He spends most of his time either taking photos of nature or reading. He is currently an 8th grader at Central Middle School, and next year he is going to be attending Sarah High School.
Hello, I am Jason. My poem is called A Chosen Family, and it's about the time that I went to South Africa with my choir, and grass rubs against my neck as I lie down next to my friends here in the Drakensberg Mountains, seeing hundreds of stars, each one unique, but composes the same elements. Just like all of us here, each of us unique in some way, yet we strive towards a goal. a goal that took months of practicing, not as individuals, but as a choir. Some days we would spend an hour on one measly measure, even though the audience would never notice. Through all the hard work we put into it, our bond as a group grew. Now these people are family to me, not a birth, but a chosen family. And the next speaker is Montserrat. She is a very kind and sweet girl. She is an 8th grader who attends Central Middle School. She loves going to school to learn new things and hang out with her friends. Montserrat is happy to come and share her poem with all of you. Hope you enjoy.
This poem is about my dad's birthday.
Wait, sorry. There you go, there you go.
Dark. Only birthday candles light the room. Happiness fills the air. He blows out the candles. He splashes his face into the cake and rises up with a face full of frosting, smiling. Mom cuts the cake and Dad cleans off. Everybody is laughing and clapping. Some dance to the rhythm of the music and others chatter at the dinner table. Outside, kids run and play. Stars fill the empty sky as the sun fades into the horizon. Cool wind blows against us. I gave him a scrapbook that I made for him, filled with pictures of our families since I was born, a big smile on his face. A warm feeling of love starts to go inside of me, and I gave him a hug as he sang thank you. The next poet is Kiori Long. She is an 8th grader who attends Central Middle School. She loves to take her dog on walks and play with him. She is very happy she got the opportunity to read her family poem out loud to share with everyone.
So my poem is about a late night walk with my mom and my dad, and it's called A Walk with Mom. Stars glisten in the purple sky. My mom beside me, grasping my dog's leash. She talks with her gentle, soothing voice. Stories of life before I was born. An occasional grin appearing on her face. Remembering days of her youth. We walked leisurely beside the band of crickets. Soft footsteps filled the empty streets. My dog obnoxiously sniffing plants. And at time to time, I would cautiously glance at him. But I wanted to gaze at the beauty held above me. Incandescent stars not only illuminating the night sky, but illuminating something inside me. In that moment, I was happy. To be there, to be with mom. The next poet is Andrea Bartlett. She is a 12-year-old poet. She loves to write poetry about nature and the world around her. She started writing poetry last year, and now she can't stop. Cambria likes to carry a poetry journal with her as long as she explores the world.
My poem is called Family. Family is more precious than gold. It is full of love and caring hands. Like the sun, it rises above us, filling us with warmth. Family is more beautiful than streams, rivers, and valleys. It is lovely and sweet. Like forbidden sugar, it fills us with joy. Family is more comforting than a soft blanket. It is a shield that keeps us safe. It fills us with life. Family is more powerful than superheroes. It is an unknown power that helps us live our dreams. It fills us with strength. Family is more real than bees and flowers. It is the moment. It is the now. It fills us with friendship. With warmth, joy, life, strength, and friendship, we can live our dreams as reality and always be together. Next here is Ava Soleil Thomasov. She is a 6th grader who has been writing poetry since she was 2. She plays 2 instruments, the viola and the ukulele. In her free time, she likes to crochet and sing. She likes to travel to near and far countries To conclude her biography, she likes to help others.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, this is a surprise poem for my grandparents, all the way in the back. Grandpa said one morning that Uncle Matty was so tired, instead of water and coffee, he would put whiskey. My papa did not approve, and my grandma, sitting in her lovely little rocking chair, just laughing and laughing at what her husband had said, well, I don't think that would taste very good. Everyone laughed 5 whole minutes, everyone but my younger sibling. She looked my grandpa in the eye and asked, what's whiskey? The next poet is Carla Guevara, and she lives in Daly City, but was born in the Philippines. She enjoys writing, it's her favorite subject too. She has 2 brothers whom she looks after.
My name is Carla. I have 2 brothers. My poem is about 2 brothers whom I look up to, so I titled it Brothers. Robert and Ivan, smart, brilliant. Teachers call my name during my last name is forgotten. I get almost every class that my brothers have been in. Teachers grin, hearing my last name, expecting me carrying the same brilliance as Robert and Ivan had. The same athleticness, smartness, but no. I was different.